Hi, I'm Stephen J, and I'm here to talk with you today about the Gevril Columbus Circle. Now, before we get into this wonderful timepiece, I just want to give you a little bit of background on the Gevril brand name. Jacques Gevril was a founding forefather of Swiss horology. He lived at a time when Swiss watchmaking was really just getting its beginnings. He was so well known throughout Switzerland and Europe for creating timepieces of great aesthetic beauty and technical innovation that the Spanish invited Gevril in the year 1758 to come to Spain and create a timepiece specifically for the king. The king was so impressed by what Gevril made for him that he actually named him the royal watchmaker to the Spanish crown. So, in essence, Gevril became the first exporter of Swiss timepieces in the year 1758. Samuel Friedman, the current owner of Gevril, bought the timepiece company just around the time when 9/11 happened in New York City. So all of his timepieces are named after landmark streets or places in New York. This being the Columbus Circle, the newest edition. You might be familiar with some of its predecessors, the Gramercy, the Soho, the Chelsea, the Madison, and of course the incredibly famous Avenue Americas collection. Now, the Gevril Columbus Circle is a Swiss handmade limited edition to only 500 pieces in the world. It's a 45 millimeters, 12 millimeters thick, and it weighs 4 ounces. So it's got great presence on the wrist. It's also got wonderful complication in that it tells not only the time, but the day of the month and the day of the week as well. It's powered by the Swiss ETA 2834 second edition. It's capped off with a sapphire crystal. It's all 316L stainless steel case construction. It's got a push button butterfly dual deploying clasp. And this is an incredible timepiece for any collector out there looking to add a very unique and historic watch to his or her collection. Once again, I'm Stephen J. I'm going to take you on a tour through all the details of the new Columbus Circle. We're going to learn about it, and we're going to understand why Gevril is such an important brand name in the world of Swiss watchmaking. So let's take a closer look at this gorgeous Gevril Columbus Circle, the newest addition to the Gevril collection. Of course, like all Gevrils, this is a Swiss-made limited edition to only 500 pieces in the world. I personally love this Columbus Circle because of the great complication that's found within the movement. It's powered by a Swiss ETA 2834 second edition. It's got gorgeous aesthetics as well. Look at the beautiful satin finish stainless steel. I love the fact that Gevril has incorporated a contrasted rose tone bezel along with rose tone ribboning that just flows throughout the entire center channel of that bracelet. Look at that bracelet, how fluid it is. I literally could fold it over into individual pieces. That's how flexible it is, and that's how comfortable it's going to be on your wrist. Now, let's take a look at these complications that's found within the Columbus Circle. Of course, this is a multi-tiered dial. It's got a completely skeletonized date wheel that you can see right there. That makes up the base of the dial. If we step up one level, we see that there is a day of the week wheel rotor that indicates the day of the week by the diamond, okay? Step up one level further, we've got a beautiful chapter ring with stick markers all the way around, of course, except where Gevril is indicated right there at the 12 o'clock position. One of the things I love about this timepiece is that it's got an astrological date indicator. So what these very interesting shapes are all the way around this center of the dial, that is the astrological sign that corresponds to each particular day of the week. Really, really nice, unique, ingenious feature that Gevril has incorporated into the Columbus Circle. But let's find out, how do we set this wonderful timepiece? What you want to do is you want to take your crown and move it out to the first stop. The first stop will allow you to then engage the day of the week and day of the month functions. When you rotate the crown clockwise, you notice that the date wheel starts to move. Now, in the Columbus Circle, The day of the month is indicated by two blue vertical lines right there. We can see that it's pointing to 6. However, today is the 18th. So what we're going to do is we're going to move that forward to the 18th to set it correctly. And again, we're moving forward clockwise. And there we have it, the 18th set right there in between the two blue vertical lines. Now, in order to set the day of the week, you'll notice that there is a blue pyramid right there pointing at Monday. When I'm going to rotate the crown counterclockwise, it's going to move in partial day increments, indicating either AM or PM. So today is Wednesday. I'm going to rotate this, and you see how it moved just half? Because that was Monday around 12 a.m. Now it's Monday p.m. Now moving to Tuesday. And of course, today is Wednesday. And I know that it is approximately 2:30 in the afternoon. So I'm going to set it for p.m. And then I'm going to set my time. I pull my crown out to the second stop. I rotate clockwise. I rotate counterclockwise to move the hands forward, and I want to get it to the proper time, which is 2:30. So we need to kind of move around there a little bit quicker. And if you'll notice the teardrop hands, they've got beautiful luminous inserts in there that are very, very functional for evening. And here we are, 2:30, Wednesday, the 18th in the afternoon. I'm going to depress my crown because you always want to make sure that your crown is completely depressed in order to ensure water resistancy within the timepiece. This Columbus circle is water resistant to 5 ATM, which is 165 feet in depth. Let's take a look at the back side of this. Well, first of all, you've got a push button dual deployant clasp, which is a huge upgrade. It's a fold over dual deployant. So basically when you get this timepiece home, it's going to come closed like this. You'll take it to your jeweler and have a couple of links taken out in order to size it specifically for your wrist. When you want to open up, you simply depress the dual deployants, and that opens up your bracelet, allowing you to slip the timepiece around your wrist. When you're ready to close it up, simply fold over. You'll hear 2 snaps, which is an audible indication that your timepiece is now secured on the wrist. Let's take a look at this gorgeous artwork on the back of the Columbus circle. Of course, you cannot help but notice that beautiful balance wheel swinging back and forth right there on the case back. This is an exhibition case back, allowing you to see the heartbeat that we like to call it, the balance wheel there. There you could actually see the rotor peeking through. It's got beautiful decoration on it as well. And of course you see a scene. This is actually a scene in Columbus Circle from the 1930s. Over the 9 o'clock position, you'll notice there's a car. You'll notice also that there is a horse and buggy there. Some people are walking around on foot. And there's also a trolley train, because this was a period of change in transportation back in the 1930s when some people who were wealthier were able to afford vehicles. Other ones still drove their horse and buggies, and still others took trolley cars. I want to just get into some of the features. Of course, you see this is a limited edition. We're showing number 109 of 500 made in the world. It's an automatic, Swiss made, and the Columbus circle also has a very, very unique shape. I call it a reverse pyramid. It's a 3-part case. You'll notice that the rose gold bezel tops off the case. Then we flow into the case itself. Notice the angled lugs that lends itself to a custom fit on the wrist. Of course, you've got a contrast rose gold crown as well. And then you've got a screw down case back that ensures water resistancy. If you notice, the bracelet itself, very, very thick links, very strong and durable, which is something that you want to look for and should expect actually in a timepiece of this caliber. I hope that you have enjoyed watching my video on the Gevril Columbus Circle. I'm Stephen J. If you've got any questions about the Gevril Columbus Circle or any other Gevril timepiece, please feel free to email Gevril at info@gevrilgroup.com. And if you'd like to purchase this timepiece, as I'm sure you might want to, please follow the link below. And I wish you a lot of good health and success wearing your new Gevril Columbus Circle. I'm Stephen J. Thanks for watching and have a great day.